I think they're cursed.
Welcome back to Homebrew Advantage, where Jess just rolled a 2.
Sure did! With a new set of dice I'm bringing out for this episode, which I can't decide if it's a good idea or not. I guess we'll all find out together.
So basically, everything's fine.
I think we just found out, but that's fine.
You
We're literally transitioning to go on air. I rolled a 2.
And that's a 5. That's not even any better.
Get him out now. Get him out now. No.
That's a 20. I think I've saved myself for that 20, so we're good.
I rolled a 2 too.
All right. Well, now we all gotta do it.
Everyone roll!
A 16. Thank you so much.
Oh my god, you're not welcome.
Oh, we're
A
rolling?
4!
17.
4. 17?
16, that's not bad.
Kami, Zaire, and Ardal can hang. The rest of y'all,
Theo,
We've known that.
Theo, we all know
We've known
that
that for a while.
Okay, rude.
we all know that
Rude.
16 is going to be the
Yourself.
highest Theo rolls all night.
also true.
Also,
Not true all around.
I love it that Eric gave himself advantage just because he's the GM.
And it didn't help. I rolled a 1 and an 8.
Hey, save those. Save
Yeah,
those.
you gotta save those. We need
Yeah,
this.
chill.
I actually have portal
Yeah.
rolls that I saved exactly for this, and they're all 20.
Good.
So
Wow.
you all
Died.
seem to be, perhaps, finally finding your way towards an escape from this new plane that you found yourselves on. You have fought your way through the jungle. The jungle fought back against most of you. And
I found the
You
jungle and the jungle.
ended up back in the port city of Nyanzaru, where you've discovered that there is some funny business going on across the peninsula of Cholt. And there seems to be some other people who are aware of the sort of anchor that has been holding you all to this plane. That combined with an uptick in interactions with the undead seem to have drawn the attention of a group called Eon, which your friend Ardal is a member of. Seems to have drawn their attention to an ancient tomb that sits beneath the jungle from which you all just escaped. They've been sending resources out there to try and address the problem, and they've established a sort of base camp out there in this tomb. And so you all were sent out with the next round of reinforcements that's gone out there, and you kind of emerged from the teleportation circle into this pretty dreary looking camp. It's underground. It is dark, dimly lit with just a few torches around, and there are what seem to be armed guards kind of protecting or keeping watch down each of the various passageways that lead towards this sort of central chamber that they've utilized as their kind of base camp. You all were led out here by a member of the Flaming Fist, who goes by Kutrum, a very large, hulking-looking individual.
Tommy hates him.
He's fine. He's fine.
And he warned you all that the guards are protecting the passageways because they have cleared very particular paths through this sort of dangerous tomb that they've been kind of fighting through. And so if you were to venture outside of sort of the established safe zones that they've kind of protected, it might get tricky for you all. And then further down, they're attempting to continue towards what they believe is kind of the source of the whole problem. And that has not been sort of explored and made safe yet. And that's kind of where you all come in. So you've got some time here to collect yourselves as you kind of sit among the various soldiers and researchers and people who have come out here to investigate this happening.
Is there a bunch of like different like soldiers kind of like sitting at a camp, or are they just kind of like hanging out in this like common area, or?
Yeah, so there's most of the sort of armed individuals, the soldiers, if you want to call them that. They are they're all kind of each guarding the various passageways, and they seem to be kind of on duty. There's a few that came through with you and with Kutram, who are speaking with him and seem to be strategizing a bit. And then there are some people who are not dressed as sort of with weapons and like armed and things like that. They seem to be poring over kind of like books and discussing various things like that. So it seems like there's some researchers here, but most of the armed individuals are sort of tasked with the security of the camp.
Is anybody dressed like or carrying the symbol that I saw in the vision that Kellenvor showed me?
Make a perception check.
That is a 19 plus 5, 24.
At a first kind of glance across everybody, you don't notice anybody wearing that particular symbol here.
Okay.
Hey, Ziggy.
Yeah.
So I know last time you did your meditating, you were able to kind of, feel where the anchor might be. Now that we're actually here, what sort of level of what's the word?
You want me to do a vibe check?
Vibe.
Yeah, like how much can we zoom into the vibes? Like, are we talking about the vibes of the whole place, the vibes of a certain floor, the vibes of a specific group? Like how
It's not how vibes work, man. Vibes are just vibes.
Mm.
But I'll vibe real quick. I'm gonna feel the stuff.
You're gonna do the thing.
Make a vibe check for me.
What are we calling this again? Insight?
Yeah, sure.
Uh,
whatever you want vibe.
whatever.
Just
19.
vibes.
So you take a
Okay,
moment
vibe.
as everybody's kind of milling around the camp, and you do your best to kind of shut out the various chattering and voices and the annoying dripping of water that seems to be coming from every corner of the sort of the dark dungeon. And as it all kind of like fades away a little bit, you kind of focus in on that that sort of energy that you've been slowly getting better at attuning yourself to. And all at once, you all see Ziggy kind of
Explode.
wince.
Die.
It's almost like a really loud static is just blasting into your head directly. You are trying to kind of like take it all in, and you have to kind of like, again, you wince and you kind of like open your eyes and try to shake it off, and then you're back to the camp. But it was this just like loud, constant, just staticky sound in your head for a minute there.
Y'all know the meme where like it's like, what's that? Whoa, what is that? Bad vibes, bad vibes. That's me right now.
Great.
Ziggy,
We're here.
what
It's here.
happened?
It's
Are you-
here, bro. We're here. It's here.
Well, at least we know our hunch was right and we're in the right place.
Head hurts.
Sorry, Ziggy, didn't mean to put you through it.
Make a D100 roll for me, Ziggy.
Oh fuck.
Oh no. I hate that.
Don't
No.
like that.
Thanks to hear that.
I die. I become a god. 98.
Oh. I love when we always gasp, but we have no idea what that means.
But I want to
Not a damn
know.
clue.
Out of 100,
It's
that's a high number. Yeah.
Ziggy,
I think
Ziggy is a
like
god
he's
now.
pretty good.
So bow before me, you mortal beings.
Sorry, only Baphomet could be a god, okay? Ziggy
No,
and Baphomet
oh.
cannot both be gods.
That's not a god. There's only one of us who has ascended to godhood in this group.
And it's true, it's not you. It's Dale.
Fayas.
So, yeah. Well, at least we know the anchor's here. Well, let's go see if they found anything interesting in their research of the tomb. So I'm going to go and try and figure out where the people are congregating around do I see any maps or anything that would point us in the general direction of where the anchor could be?
You do see some people poring over maps, though you don't have a close enough look at them to kind of get a feel for what exactly it's about or what it's focused on.
Okay. I'll walk over to them.
I'll go with her.
You kind of walk over, and they just seem to be like chattering amongst themselves. They don't really seem to notice you coming over at first.
Okay. Whirl, can you see anything important on the map? Can you like maybe fly over it, get a better angle?
Do you just want me to grab it? I can just take it. No one's going to notice. You distract them.
No, I think they're gonna know. I think they're gonna notice. We're their allies. Remember, we need them on our side.
It's just borrowing, but whatever. And then I'll fly, just kind of hover over them and try to get a good look at the map.
Yeah, make a perception check.
Ooh, 17.
Okay. Yeah, you kind of, they seem to be pretty engrossed in whatever conversation it is that they're having. And you're kind of listening to it. It seems mostly like an academic argument over definitions of things that they found rather than actually anything, productive. And after a minute of listening, you decide it's not really helpful at all, and so you turn your attention back to the map. And you notice it seems to be, it looks like there's about 4 or 5 different sections that they've kind of mapped out, leading to what you kind of then see as the base camp where they're at. And you can kind of tell throughout the course of the map being drawn, you can kind of see where their base camps had been previously, and this seems to be, a 6th or 7th probably iteration of this base camp that they've established as they've kind of worked their way through this tomb. And so it seems like right now you're sitting on like a 5th level underground. And you can kind of see some of the other sections, but from the base camp that they have most recently established, it seems empty ahead of that. It seems like they haven't had a chance yet to map out what lies beyond this.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go back over to the group and say, as much as we've got maps to work with, they haven't quite explored it as far as we would like them to. And I'll just relay what we can see, that we're on the 5th level underground, and past the base camp, there's not much more that we know of.
So we're operating on a no thoughts, just vibes kind of basis.
Correct, which is why we need you, Ziggy. Your vibes are very important to us.
Talking, you hear Kutrum in his kind of low, booming voice. He kind of calls over. He says, my Tavoro friend.
Yes?
Are you all prepared?
Of course. You think we come here and not be ready?
Of course not. I knew you'd be well prepared for this. Ardor, as a member of Eon, I trust you can lead this group safely. I've heard of your capabilities in places exactly like this. And
yes. Well, we will be kept safe with my intellect and magic. Yes.
I will entrust this group and what they find to you to bring back and tell us, and to keep them safe. We are going to be separating probably once we get down the stairs to the next level. It is a branching webbed system, from what we could tell from if the previous 5 levels that we've ventured through are any indication. And if you run into any unmanageable trouble, do your best to work your way back, and we can attack the problem together from there. Don't get yourselves into any unnecessary danger.
Unnecessary danger is my middle name.
That's a very strange name for a Tavoro, is it not?
that's a very culturally insensitive thing to say.
Ah, I apologize. I'm not well versed in the Tomorrow culture. Meant no
And
offense.
besides, Ardal has been one shell of a guide so far.
Oh god.
I don't get it.
That was good. Humor will get you far down here in these dark depths. It's good to keep a sense of humor about you. You'll all fare well, I'm sure.
But Kuchum, where are you going?
I'll be leading my group, and we will be venturing through a separate part of the system, and who knows, perhaps we've had more than one occasion where our parties have walked back through the system and found each other again, and it's a maze down there. You never know where you're gonna end up.
Just keep
Please
making laughs.
tell me he's also traveling with elf wizard, a dove Arakocra monk.
No. Well,
It looks like he's got a couple of spellcasters, but mostly some pretty heavily armed individuals with him.
See.
do we have any sending stones or anything would be easier for us to communicate with each other?
We do have
You have the sending
stones.
spell.
However,
Right, but I don't want.
we found the interference from whatever it is causing all of this has inhibited our ability to communicate, even through methods such as the sending stones. So unfortunately, they've been less than helpful for us as we've been venturing through the journey.
That is very good to note. Just for anyone in our group who might be curious, if they need to send messages at any point, and I'm going to look back and forth between Kami and May.
Yeah, might have a potential workaround though. And you see Zaire as he grabs the bracelet, the beaded metallic bracelet that he has. That like if you rip bead off, it's supposed to come back. And I kind of want to take the bead and I just want to toss it on the ground and see if it rolls to me.
And then he threw it on the ground.
Yeah, so the bead kind of like bounces a little bit and rolls in the direction that you kind of threw it, and then kind of slows down. And then you see it start to slowly start rolling back to you over the rough stone.
Okay. Then Zaire's going to pick it up as it gets to me, and then he's going to hand it out to him and say, if you ever need to find us, this will lead you right to me.
He kind of picks up the bead and he looks at it and says, that is a very nifty tool. You all are full of surprises, I'll tell you that.
What?
You see him put the
What
bead
if
in
you're
your
like
pouch.
through a wall? Like, what if like I'm in this place over here and you're in like 3 rooms that way? Is it just gonna like go into the wall, or is it gonna like trace a path through doorways and stuff?
The bead, as far as you guys have used it in the past, which I think Zaire used it in this way, where he put it in a little glass jar, and it basically acted as a compass. Because it wouldn't go through the glass, but basically, whichever way it was in the glass jar, it would point in that direction.
It makes a bead line.
Sorry,
I'm rubbing off on him.
I'm looking up CR 26 monsters I can throw at you guys.
Yes, murder.
Hey Google, look up Tarask. No reason.
Oh wow, there's one on the ground. Oh,
Crazy.
look at that. Crazy. Or an army of those like boule monsters or whatever they are. The ones that burrow.
Bullet?
Goulet.
They just pop out of the ground. They're just like, oh, we come to kill you.
It runs away. It's like, but they had light there.
They had light
I'm crying.
We've made it so far today. I'm very, very proud of this group.
Yeah, doing great.
Onwards and downwards.
As I always say.
So Kutrum, he kind of gathers his group around him, and he kind of ushers you all over towards a set of stairs that seem kind of carved into the sort of open space you guys have been set up in. And he nods at kind of the guards who have been guarding it. They step aside, And as he kind of leads you and the rest of the group down the stairs, the guards kind of reform behind with now keeping a watch down towards where you all headed. And it's kind of a ways down, honestly, as you start walking down. They seem to be sort of slightly curving around to the right. And the torchlight carried by Kutrum in front of you is kind of the last light that you have at this point as the light from the camp behind you fades. He kind of looks back to you all. He says, you will have means of finding your way through the darkness down here, or will you be needing torches?
You may need some torches.
Yes.
I cast dancing lights, and 4 torch-sized lights appear. I don't know if they follow along with us, though.
I believe they can.
You can move them.
As a bonus action, yeah. So unless we're in combat, can we just say I'm passively moving them?
Yep.
I can also, cast light on something as well as a cantrip. So
as he casts the dancing light and the 4 kind of globes of light appear, it's pretty well lit in the area with those 4, especially in such a confined space. So you don't feel like you need it at the moment, but definitely something that you kind of clock to yourself that you may need in the future. Kutrum kind of looks at that and he says, should have known Ardal would come prepared.
Of course, not the first dungeon I've crawled through.
Let's hope it's not the last. And as he kind of says that, he steps down to the bottom, and the stairs stop, and it kind of branches out into a series of hallways.
I cast blur on Jake.
you're trying to, you cast blur on me.
Yeah.
Freaking fucking camera, man. There we go.
And as you all kind of get to the bottom and you kind of take stock of your surroundings for a moment, you feel the air is very still here. There's no movement of it. There's no light down here besides what you guys have brought yourselves. And you can kind of hear the occasional like dripping of water. You hear the occasional kind of clatter of maybe like a pebble or a stone maybe falling from some distance in the darkness. But it's eerie, and it's a little uncomfortable for anybody who's not used to being underground. So probably everybody except for maybe Ardal is getting kind of just like a little bit of anxiety, a little bit of claustrophobia, I think.
Whirl's going to quickly cast Druidcraft, tiny gust of wind, just to feel a little bit better about what's going on.
Yeah. And it does help a little bit. It gives you just a little bit of like fooling yourself as if you're kind of outside somewhere.
Cool.
Why do we always end up underground? Can we not once have some big expedition or fight or something in the mountains or up where there's actual air?
A dungeon that goes up instead of down.
Or just not a dungeon at all.
Oh, I don't know. Kind of nice, isn't it? Fascinating. It's old. No? Just me?
Just like you.
Just you.
Kutrum kind of
Yeah.
walks over and
Got him.
Whoa.
Kutrum walks over and kind of slaps your back, Zaire, and he says, these tough challenges, they forge great warriors. Think of it as an opportunity.
Yes, Zaire,
Need
you
your
have a lot
words.
to prove.
Yeah. Oh, do I? Enough of you fucking brawly men telling me what to do. Let's get down in this.
Yeah.
Very well. Which direction do you all wish to start?
Let's keep making lefts.
Piggy.
We need
If,
more.
no,
we need more
no,
fence
this is
and
sound
fending.
logic. If you keep making a left, you'll never get lost.
Wouldn't you just end up
Circles.
back where you started?
No,
Circles
eventually, like, if you keep making a left, then if there's no doorway, then yeah, you'd come back, but then you know that you've gone as far as you could in that direction.
Huh. But what if the right is the right answer?
Well, then we'll get there eventually.
Oh.
Seems too
Can
on the
we-
nose.
You're quite wise, strange lizard man. We will take only rights, and I bet we will. The same will help. And
There we
will-
go. See?
No. Well, can we smell anything? Can we see any? Is it just completely dark? Like
What
all
are
of
we
our
like? We don't
senses?
even know what to look for. So like,
No.
We haven't even gone down there yet. I mean, I have in a dream. It was not fun.
Well,
Oh,
you have
God.
the most knowledge then, so why don't you lead
Right.
us?
Fine.
Right, Zaire. Yeah, you should lead us.
Tell us where to go.
All right.
we should
And he
just
just starts walking down the
make
stairs.
lefts.
Everything's fine.
Yeah.
It's just completely fine. This is all. I'm gonna be in the middle of the group. I'm not in the back, and I'm not in the front for sure.
As you guys
I'm
venture
gonna-
out,
I'm gonna stay in arm's reach of whoever's in the front.
You want to be right behind me?
yeah, I think that'd be Zaire.
Just in case something pops off.
I'll go behind
So-
Ardal just because his shell brings me peace.
I'm gonna be
You are
looking for.
venturing down the hallway to the left as you come down the stairs, and behind you hear Kutrum say, "Good luck. Maybe we meet again on brighter days, in warmer weather. Back on the surface, hopefully."
Mm-hmm.
You too.
Good luck. You too.
And with that, you see his
Hey,
torch kind of
don't
disappear
die.
the opposite
Don't die.
direction.
Don't die.
Man, that guy's the worst.
Don't die. Yeah.
I don't have to. You hear Zaire walking in the front. Just, I don't have to prove anything. I don't have to prove.
Fine, everything's fine.
I proved enough. I am. No, I'm playing. Just talking to himself.
I'm gonna turn to Will and be like, oh man, men and their egos. Am I right?
We need more feminine energy in this group. I'm really
Yes, we
sick of this shit.
do.
Kami's
Yeah.
calling. Kami's calling in the back. Someone's feathers are ruffled.
Got it back there, Scales.
What? No, I didn't say shit.
Oh, I forgot about you.
Poor Ziggy. Ziggy minds his business and gets yelled at.
I just said make lefts
Okay.
because it's smart. Okay.
Ignored again.
Okay.
So
Y'all acting like this isn't the literal go-to strategy for navigating a labyrinth. Is just pick one direction and keep going that way. That way you never get
You're not wrong.
lost.
That
Well,
was a lot of
too.
string. A lot of
Do
string.
we have
into it.
do I would I have anything in a cloak pocket that I could like paint on the walls or mark the walls as we go?
you tell me what's in your inventory.
Well, if I were to take a minute right now and talk.
I think I've got about 1,000 ball bearings in my bag. Don't ask why. But I can just slowly start dropping them.
You've been lugging ball bearings with us this entire time.
Yeah, they're really good to throw. Everyone trips and falls.
That's great.
We'll
Well,
fall
can
if
we
we're
have, like,
if we're running the other direction. We'll fall
I'm
on
gonna
them.
drop them
Yeah.
all. They're tiny. If I just drop a couple.
or Loon as a slug, can he have like some glow in the dark slugness that he can just like
As far as you know,
There we
it's
go.
not an ability that he currently has.
We'll just start dropping ball bearings at this point. Just gonna toss them to the side on the ground.
I do have string. That is something because I crochet. Like I knit Kami. I stitched on his jacket, so I do have string in my inventory.
Y'all are just
It's
really
the way
attached
it
to not listening to my idea.
What was your idea, Ziggy?
Keep
Take
making lefts.
I was just gonna mark. So I do have string. I have a
Oh
little.
my.
I don't know how many yards, but I'm just gonna. At every turn we get to, I'm gonna leave a piece of string. Just
You only have 10 feet, I assume. If you have the same amount that I do,
If you've got yarn for knitting,
it might be different.
I'd say you've got maybe 200 to 300 yards worth of yarn.
You just need a little clip in here and there.
Yeah.
So you're welcome to start dropping it and see how far it gets.
Look at all the hoops that we would go through instead of following Ziggy's advice.
Just keep making laughs.
We'll take a left eventually.
Yep.
Don't worry.
Okay.
Well,
I'll start.
so Zaire's still walking. Do I see anything, Eric, as I start to walk?
So you start to kind of explore a bit, and you notice some areas that have little kind of caverns off to the side that have maybe caved in. You notice a few like areas that seem to have kind of strange sarcophagus looking things in them. As you kind of look in with Ardal's light, and the kind of footsteps of you all kind of echo through these open spaces, and you finally kind of hear at first, before you really see it, a larger space kind of opens up ahead of you. You can kind of, before the light kind of fully reaches it, you kind of hear that echoing that's been coming back to you. Kind of comes back a little bit different than it has been. And it sounds like there's kind of a bigger open space up ahead.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast False Life on myself at 4th level, just in case.
Okay.
Pourquoi?
Oh.
I don't know.
Do
It
you
sounds
plan-
like
Do you plan on
We're
being
not-
annihilated or something?
it's a you know, it lasts an hour, and I'm sure at this point, within the next hour, something's gonna happen. So, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. All right.
Did we not take a long rest before we did this, or is my?
No, we did.
We did.
No,
Okay.
you should have.
We did.
Okay, I'm gonna go do that then.
I literally just did mine since I wasn't here last session. I was like, why did I miss all my spots?
Got 22 temporary hit points gone.
Very good.
Ooh.
Strangely enough, a boulder falls and does, let me see, 22 points of damage.
Yeah! See, this is why.
Yes, but you kind of are the first to notice this, the kind of new space. The first thing that's kind of been different. And I don't know if you just want to keep heading towards it, or if you want to stop and group, or what you want to do.
I think we should keep heading towards this, but it looks like we.
With caution.
Yeah.
Very, very cautiously.
I have an idea. Is there like a rock or anything like by our feet?
Yeah, there's a number of like loose stones, pebbles, like pieces of the hallway itself that have kind of crumbled.
And so, how far out in front of me? Like, is it go until I can't see? Like, because of the way that the dancing light is?
Yeah, so I think the dancing light gives you, what is it, like 20 feet of bright light and another 20 feet of dim light, Brendan?
Yeah, it's well, just says lantern size, so whatever lanterns are, it doesn't actually specify in this, at least in the one I'm looking at. I think lanterns are 30, but
Okay, so you can see like 40.
Oh wait, never mind, I found it. It was buried near the bottom. Dim light in a 10-foot radius, each light.
Okay. So yeah, I'd say you can see maybe like 20 to 30 feet down the hallway.
And I can also
So
set
that
them so that they go like past us too, you know, kind of like runway lights or something.
I mean, I could just throw this rock with light on it down this hallway.
That would also do it.
That
Oh,
sounds
also
wonderful.
before we go too much further, here everybody take a good berry. I'm gonna give
Mm.
everybody
Okay. Thank
a
you.
berry.
You mean shroom?
Good trim.
Could that sound attractive? Like, let's just say hypothetically there's some undead ahead of us. You throw the rock.
Oh, now Jess wants to be quiet in a cave.
we're gonna find the undead. And we're gonna have to kill the undead anyway.
Kind of the point.
Probably. Like
We'll be fine. Quit stressing.
Okay.
As you
we have like 6 lights above us. We can't really do stealth here.
Zaire, as you mentioned the need to kind of eliminate the undead, you kind of get a flashback to the vision and the sort of conversation that you had with whatever the entity was that that talked to you, the one that called themselves Kellenbor, and you get this like this urge, this like divine calling, right? Kind of like touches your soul, where it's like, yes, no. As you say it, you kind of realize it all at once. It's like, no, we have to eliminate the undead that are down here. Like, they are an unnatural aspect of the cycle of life and death, and they can't be allowed to continue. And that's kind of like a realization that you have with that flashback to that conversation.
Okay. Our job is to clear this out. Undead. We're not gonna leave anything down here alive.
Throw
And then
the
he
stone.
lights he'll light put the light into the stone and then just kind of like throw it forward to see, what's further down.
Okay. So you feel you see kind of the brightness of the rock kind of illuminate, and then
That's 2020, by the way.
trajectory kind of down the hallway, and all of a sudden the kind of bright light that was reflecting off kind of the hallway that you were in kind of drops away as the space outside of it expands, and you notice what seems to be a large cavernous space, but like well made, right? It's not just like rough rock. It seems like this has been a kind of carved large kind of archways that sit kind of just outside of the field of view that you can kind of see just at the edge of it. And as the rock kind of rolls as it hits the ground, you see the light kind of just start to touch the far side, and you notice what seems to be a large kind of statue of a very kind of divine looking figure on the other side.
As Zaire kind of walks following the rock throw, does he recognize the statue?
As you kind of follow into the light and you kind of get a better look at it, it doesn't look like anything that you are familiar with or any being that you've come in contact with, no.
Can I make a knowledge roll?
Yeah, go ahead and make history, I guess.
Sure. Uno momento. 13.
So you kind of follow behind Zaire as you have been so far on this part of the journey. And kind of looking over his shoulder, it doesn't immediately ring any bells for you. But your knowledge of this kind of area and the rumors that have existed around this particular tomb, if this is actually the one that they say it is that this was actually a tomb for a number of gods, or at least entities that people believed may have been gods. And so at one point before probably it was corrupted by whatever seems to be going on here, this was at one point a place of reverence to some degree, a final resting place for these entities, these beings that were significant to some culture that once existed here.
One of the old gods, as it were.
Like the crocodile we found.
Yes. Yes.
So we're going to find more
Well,
names.
Yes.
Ooh, I really hope that means we can find another alchemy jug.
Yes,
Or something
we
just
need.
as useful.
Yes, at the very least.
Mm-hmm.
At the very least is right, Ardal.
Maybe 2 alchemy jugs.
One for water and one for
Maybe.
mayo.
Yeah.
And
And
one
Zaire-
for arsenic so I can unalive myself.
You were kind of examining
Oh,
the
no.
statue as you walked in, and it really kind of grabbed your attention, especially as you were kind of like curious, probably about its origins. And you kind of relaxed after hearing Ardal's explanation. But then out of the corner of your eye, you notice it seems to be flanked by these kind of two other statues at first, you think, and then it looks like maybe they're like suits of armor of some kind. And as you're kind of examining it for a moment, you kind of notice, before you even see anything, you almost feel it, this kind of presence within the suit of armor itself. And then you see kind of one of the arms that was holding like a large mace kind of drops to the ground, and the rest of it kind of just like shambles to life as these suits kind of seem to be animated, whether it's something outside or something inside, you don't quite know at the moment. But I'm gonna have
That's
you guys.
why we cast False Life.
Here we go!
Let's see.
Oh,
We've
oh
got
boy.
Ardal here behind this. Wait, let me move you guys down here.
Really, Tommy? Oh.
Kami, you immediately started laughing after you rolled.
Well, I'm laughing because
Yeah.
Bailey and I had the exact same reaction at the same time to our rolls.
Really
Oh
unfortunate.
no.
Really
I
unfortunate.
can't. Well, no, there's only one number that could possibly be worse than mine.
Oh no. Oh, I'm not that bad. Bad
5.
enough, but
I got 5.
oh boy.
Alright, well, I got a 13, so mine's actually not as bad as I thought.
Yeah, I got a 12.
I got where the fuck? Dex. 17. Sorry.
I got a
Sorry,
19.
Prepping the thing. Let me get your numbers again.
Fine.
Ardal, you had what? 17?
16. Sorry.
16? Kami?
13?
May?
19.
1 Good.
1.
Whirl?
At 12.
Can y'all hear my laundry right now?
No, you
Yeah.
Or I need to mute.
Zaire?
19.
Be fast. Oh, wait, what am I doing? We're not doing initiative.
What do you
Oh.
Oh
do you mean?
yeah, we're doing the other
Oh
thing.
yeah, I forgot that was a thing.
Yep. So, I will say, you all go first. As Zaire was inspecting them.
And so it like kind of like crumbled down. The one like I saw in front of me kind of like readied itself. Is it essentially what?
It seems to
He
be kind
sees-
of like working itself to life at the moment as you're standing in front of it. You kind of take a step back as it moves before you realize what's happening.
Okay. I'm going to. How tall are the ceilings, and how big is it?
The ceilings here are like 40 to 50 feet tall, probably.
Cavernous.
Yeah.
Okay.
And these things seem to be around like maybe 8 to 10 feet.
Okay, so it's gonna
Nice.
like launch upward, and with his like his leg talons, he's gonna essentially try to make 2 strikes at the thing's like head, like
Okay.
the helmet.
Sure.
That is a 25 and a 17 to hit.
Both of those
For
hit?
the 2 strikes.
Yep.
Oh, that is 10 total slashing damage, magical slashing damage.
Mm-hmm.
With on the first one, I actually could have done this differently, but on the first one, I'm going to try to stunning strike it, or the second one.
Okay.
We'll say the first one first.
Oh.
So that's a con throw.
That is 9.
It fails, so it is stunned. So he attacks it twice, uses the stunning strike. I can hit it and it doesn't like come unstunned, right? It only comes unstunned at the next turn.
End of your next turn.
Yeah, target stun at the end of my next turn. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna make a bonus action unarmed strike now.
Okay.
Ooh.
So that's with advantage, right? Is it stunned?
Yep.
Oh, that's crit. Didn't even need it.
Did get 2.
The religious fervor.
Those zealots, man.
So that's 13 more slashing.
13 more slashing. Got it.
And then, so he's going to essentially like hit him twice on the second one, like stun him, and then just just fully slash him again. And then Zair's going to launch straight up, like we'll say 20 feet.
Okay.
And be kind of like flying or above in the caverns, like right above him.
Got it. I'm trying to see if there's like a reasonable. There we go. No wings. Signify the fly.
That's perfect.
All right. The rest of the group, do you all have a plan at the moment?
I'll step up and just yell to the group, remember to pace yourself, guys. This is probably going to be here for a while. And I'm just going to cast a Ray of Frost. There's 2 of them or just 1?
2. One on the right, one on the left.
I'll cast a Ray of Frost on the one that isn't stunned. Try and slow that one down.
All right.
13 plus 9.
Hits.
2d8.
Are we getting the sense that these have been in the tomb for a while, or they're new suits of armor, like placed there recently?
9 frost damage.
It's tough to tell at the moment, especially as you haven't gotten a close look at them yet. If you'd like to investigate further, you can.
I would like to investigate, but I'll let Ziggy do his thing.
I did.
I'm done.
He uses.
Okay. Yep.
All right.
Oh, I hate it when things just come alive. Ugh.
Hang on. Did I ever update this?
I should open up Roll20 as well.
Okay, I think you should be able to control it yourself now, May. But yeah, if you want to get up closer to it.
Oh, we have a map?
Oh, yeah.
I'm not yet logged into Roll20.
If it makes it easier, I'm just gonna hide.
in.
All Whirl is doing is hiding. Right now.
Whirl! Okay, sorry, can you move me, Eric, and then I'll sign in for next.
Yeah, let me make sure you guys all have control.
I'm able to move Ardal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kami, you're not on there yet. I just added you.
Oh, yes, I can.
I'm not able to move me.
Oh, you should be now.
Yeah. Cool.
All right, you guys should be good to move your individual characters now.
Actually, I'm chilling here. I'm good here. Yeah, I can see her.
All right, so May, you kind of creep up to the one that just was hit with the frost blast.
Yeah.
You want to make an investigation check on it?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if this is if there's something undead in the suit of armor, or if it's just an animated suit of armor.
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Oh, I have to roll again. It sucked. Ah! Okay.
Sounds good.
16 plus 9. So that's good. Hey. 25.
Yeah, you kind of peer in through kind of like the eyes of the suit of armor, and It does seem like there's something undead within the suit.
Check.
And as you kind of approach, you see the kind of head look up towards you, and you see these kind of like hollow eyes sitting behind the visor of the helmet.
Yep. Attack. It's undead. It's
As soon as she says undead, I am going to move so that I'm in front of her, between her and it.
Okay.
And as I pass by her, I'm going to lay a hand on her shoulder, and cast protection from evil and good. Maeve, up for up to 10 minutes until the spell ends. You have protection from aberrations, celestials, elementals, fays, fiends, and undead. This undead have disadvantage on attack rolls against Maeve. She also cannot be charmed, frightened, or possessed by the undead.
Fuck you, Banshees.
Oh, she's not currently. Okay, the rest of that doesn't matter. Creatures have disadvantage on her, and I'm gonna kind of step in front. Yeah.
All right.
And you can see my eyes were pretty frantic until you did that, Ardal, and I'm feeling a sense of calm again.
I nod at you. Also, that was an abjuration spell, so that fills my arcane ward. So now I have 22 points of ward sitting on top of my 22 points of temp HP.
My man's a tank.
Tank turtle.
Yeah.
I heard you
Okay.
lack temporary hit points, so I put temporary hit points on top of your temporary hit points.
Do those- wait.
on top of your temporary hit points.
Oh,
on
it's a
top of your-
ward. It's not temporary
yeah,
hit points.
It's its own thing, so
That's
I can
dope.
stack it.
I'd love to, hearing that it's undead, move just up here, kind of like sneakily behind this, but I know this one can probably see me.
Yep.
And try my best to focus in on like the creature that's inside of the armor and try to cast reduce to get it to fall out of its armor somehow.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Y'all, this man is stunned. You can take his armor off of him and cast reduce.
Well,
The
then
man,
wait,
he is
I'll
stunned.
do it to this guy. I'll do it to this guy.
All
I
right.
got this one. This one.
Honey Whirl shrunk the undead.
Yo, he's stunned.
What
So
can they
it's-
do that?
Con.
Concept?
Conte. Yo, this guy is stunned.
As an 18.
Fuck. Nope. He passes.
Did you want to try and hide?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Is this
Doesn't
little
stun,
box
doesn't the
on
stun
here
condition
open?
do something to ability checks?
She did it to the other one.
She did the other one.
I
Because he's
think
stunned, so like not as necessary.
they fail dex checks, I think.
Yo.
Yeah, I don't think it affects con saves anyway.
Is this little box open? Like, can I hop in there and hide?
This one right here.
Okay, I can line them.
It's kind of a heavy stone, like sarcophagus type thing. You can try and push the top open more and jump in because you are pretty small.
Yeah, I'm pretty itty bitty. I will try my best.
Okay. Give me a stealth check.
But yeah, Theo, they fail dex and
32.
strength checks.
Got it.
What is it?
32.
32. Yeah.
Hell
I'll
yeah.
say
Where the
you manage to
fuck
kind of like wriggle your way in and kind of like push the stone a little bit, and you kind of like drop inside. Yeah, you can kind of manage to hide your way in there.
Where the fuck did Whirl go?
No one sees me.
I should note on Ardal's protection spell, the lights did all drop
Oh, fuck.
as they're both concentration. Dancing lights and
Oh,
protection.
is it?
are
But
concentration.
there is a light in there from the rock that I threw that's 20 feet radius
One small
of
light in the middle.
bright. Well, no, it's 20 feet radius of bright, 20 feet after that of dim. So it should be 40-foot radius.
Okay, that does give you a pretty good area still.
It's
Yeah.
the area we're in.
Yep.
Because you did say it illuminated the statue, so it's got to be near the statue.
The way I kind of had it was like somewhere right around here.
Okay.
So that does remain. Anybody else? Kami and Zigit, or Kami, I think you're still.
Yeah, I'm gonna basically be like, what's everyone so scared of? We took down an undead dragon. And I'm gonna just like whip out the glaive and go to Kim's Fury.
All right.
2.
Okay.
And then I will head up. I'm gonna go join Zaire. So I'm gonna head up here, use my full movement.
Okay.
And I'm gonna kind of look at Zaire and say like, "Thanks for lining him up for me." And I'm gonna make my swing.
You're gonna be looking up at me.
Yes, he's above you.
Look up to me.
Power move my ass.
Witness me.
Okay, actually, hold on.
I talk crap.
Right, because I'm gonna fuck this.
Talk shit, get hit.
Don't come for me. Okay, because I screw this up every time. Okay, so I'm gonna use the attack action, but I'm gonna forgo one of my 2 attacks to curse the suit.
Okay.
So I'm gonna take 6 necrotic damage. And then make my second attack. And okay.
It's with advantage. Because it's done.
Thank you. Needed that. I rolled a 2. That's much better. That is a 27.
Yeah, that hits.
Beautiful. All right, and then so that'll be.
You're beautiful. It's true.
5 plus 6. No, 5 plus 8 is 13 plus another 4 necrotic. So 17 damage. Although, actually, now I'm realizing necrotic's probably not going to do jack shit. It's undead.
Oh.
Well, whatever.
The necrotic damage seems to, at the very least, kind of crack and affect the armor that it's wearing, even if it doesn't seem to immediately affect the creature within.
Great. But
Okay.
That's my turn.
All right. So the sort of skeletal guardians, this one is stunned. I think at the end of its turn it unstuns, right?
My next turn.
Okay.
Yep.
So he can't do much. This one, however, is going to take 3 swings. It kind of lifts this like large axe up and is going to bring it down towards Ardal. So the first one.
Bring it.
Ardal ready
Bring it
for
on,
this.
Skelly. Bring it on.
First one was a 24 to hit.
That hits.
And that does.
Can you go in your shell, Ardal? Like, can you like
Actually.
give them shell?
No, I would not make a difference in this case.
That
And
does-
also, I would have shield, which does a little bit better than doing that. Actually, I can theoretically.
36 points of slashing damage,
Well,
Okay.
and I need you to make a strength saving throw for me.
Come on.
36 in a strength save. Sure. Just 1 second.
Wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. I don't know why I said it like an old.
Wait a minute. Have I got news for you?
That's what you're thinking of. Yeah.
What?
Ancestral Guardian doesn't apply here if that's what you're thinking of.
Wait, it's too far away anyway.
It was a different one that you attacked, I think. So
No, my new thing, Ancestral Shield.
Oh, never
But
mind.
he's too far away. Thank you all for coming on this journey.
Anyway, strength save.
Yeah.
Anyway, you're no better off than you were before, Brendan. Sorry.
That is a 9.
So you get kind of hit with this, and like your ward like takes most of it as like the abjuration magic that you have, but it pushes you back hard, and you feel yourself kind of rock back and fall backwards onto your shell.
Uh-oh.
And
Death sentence.
Can I try and grab him?
He weeble
Like,
wobbles.
I'm right next to him.
make a
he
strength
weeble
save.
wobbles.
Okay. But he won't fall down because I'm gonna try to catch him.
Oh, that was nice knowing you. I don't know.
That's my strength is only +1. That's a 16.
You try, but he's pushed down with a pretty significant force from this large hulking suit. And as you kind of fall down, you watch as this thing kind of steps into the space that you were occupying on the ground. And I need you to also make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Alrighty. So that was the slashing was 32?
36. I believe.
36. Okay.
So I think
I
you
think
still
you
had
have 40 temporary hit points.
He had 44, I believe. So you're okay.
I had 22 in the arcane ward, and then the temp HP just took 4.
Yeah.
Or sorry, not more than 4, because 22 that'd be 14.
14.
Yeah. So that brings it down to 8. Okay. And dexterity save.
Yep.
Is going to be a dirty 20.
Okay. So you watch as this kind of like foot of this hulking suit of armor crashes down. You manage to just like finally like wiggle your way off of your shell to just kind of like roll out of the way as its foot crashes down into the space that you were just occupying. And as you roll out of the way, May, you kind of try to catch him. And he kind of rolls out of the way just in time. And as he does, you see the axe swinging down once again in your direction.
Disadvantage, bitch.
At disadvantage.
At disadvantage,
Actually,
correct.
if it doesn't do my actual HP, it hit my temp HP. Do I still have to make a con save for the?
Good.
Because it got through the ward. I don't know if the temp HP counts like me having.
Supposedly, yes. The answer is yes.
So yes, make a con save.
Yeah.
All right, let me just double check. Do I? Yeah, I do have Warcaster, so it's at advantage.
Okay.
And is it just the damage that got through the ward?
It's not. It's all the damage. So it's 18 is the save.
18's the save. Okay.
Yeah. With advantage though.
The first one is a dirty 20. I'm gonna roll again. Or yeah, but the first one did it.
So you
The
managed
18
to
plus 2.
hold on to that. And so with disadvantage, that is a 15 to hit. May, 15 to hit you.
Nah, yes, shit. I don't have my blade spell ongoing. So it does hit because my AC is 15. Keep it trying.
Right. So that is going to be.
I will not die today. Hear me, hear me.
We'll see.
27 points of slashing damage to
No,
you.
I might die today. No, it's fine for now.
Right.
Okay.
Why does this
And
happen every session?
Because she continues to run into danger every session.
Why are you standing right in front
Let
of
me
me?
inspect
Right.
right.
Listen, curiosity killed the cat, okay? You know, I just got a little too curious here.
Curiosity killed May. Curiosity killed Sora. Curiosity killed.
I don't think it's curiosity. I think it is lack of foresight.
the third attack at disadvantage is a 14.
It's shrewsbury.
Still hits.
No, 15.
No, Gracie, I believe it's a 15.
Oh,
That
thank
one's
God.
wonderful.
Woo!
Yeah.
All right.
I live to see another day, to make dumb decisions another day.
It's the first thing that we faced.
As you all kind of collect yourselves after that, kind of those ringing shots kind of hit May and Ardal. From somewhere kind of echoing in the darkness, you kind of hear a skittering sound a little bit.
Oh God.
But nothing seems to emerge at the moment.
Skittering.
And we'll go back to you guys. You guys can plan out your next series of attacks here.
Hearing the commotion, Ami is going to kind of look over and see May and just be like, May! And I'm going to bonus action manifest my echo 15 feet away from me. So, like, right at the front. Yeah. And then I'll use... and then I'll use the rest of my movement, rest of his movement to go right. Oops. Right here.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna keep swinging. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna keep attacking the one in front of me.
All right.
So
With
is
advantage?
is it still advantage?
Still advantage.
It is. Yeah.
All right. First attack is a 28.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Where's my D10 now? Oh. That's a 10, baby. Plus 8 is 18. Plus 2
Baby?
necrotic, so 20 damage overall.
Yeah.
Second swing is a 29 to hit. That's a 16.
It's a 29, but not a crit.
Oh.
How's that not a crit?
If I was a higher level barbarian, it would be, but
Yeah.
Because I multi-classed, so.
Yep.
But that one is also a 10. Let's fucking go. So it's another 18 plus 3, so that is 23.
Woo.
You a bitch, and so is your aunt.
Let's fucking
Yeah.
go.
Didn't you curse it? Did you include that in there?
Yeah, those were the extra dice rolls I was doing.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you kind of see the kind of like cracks in the armor from like the necrotic damage and the swings of the glaive just kind of like widening as this thing is just kind of stuck there, immobilized.
It automatically fails Dex throws, right?
Dex and
It's
strength.
Done.
Dex.
Yeah. Yep.
Do I want to? So Zaire from above is going to launch down Sacred Flame at it below.
With advantage.
That's
or...
radiant. No, it's a Dex save, so that doesn't.
Oh, automatically fails. Got it. So fuck me. Got it. It's fine.
It's 13 radiant damage.
Ooh.
Nice.
All right.
Do I notice if it was it hurt it more than I expected? Or is it about what I felt?
Yes. No, it did seem to have an amplified effect, we'll say.
Did Banjo just leave the room and go straight to you, Brendan?
Aww.
So I guess as he launches the radiant the sacred flame back down, and he kind of watches as it like crackles through him. Is that you're just going to turn and goes, I think they're vulnerable to radiant damage.
There ain't nothing I can do about that.
All right. What else you guys doing?
I would like
am. Go for it.
I'm just hiding in my little box, but I'm going to sneakily pop my head out without being seen and shoot.
The thing is unstunned.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yep.
More the reason to shoot. Well, he's wearing a. Can I? Does he have like the eye open? He has eye openings and like a mouth opening. Do I see any other
Yeah, there's
openings
like a
too?
visor that comes down that you can kind of see where the eyes would be.
Okay, I'm gonna try my best, being little crazy whirl, to shoot right through his suit, like through the eye, if possible.
Make an attack
I'm
roll.
hidden.
Yeah, make an attack roll with advantage.
Okay. 14.
14. So you aim for that kind of like little opening,
Yeah.
and the arrow kind of flies true for the most part, but managed to catch a piece of that visor and just kind of like ricochet up towards the ceiling.
Great. I think I'm going to. I can bonus action hex. No, because I have to attack it. I'm gonna hold that for now. Let's just go back into hiding.
All right, you want to hide again? Go ahead and give me another stealth roll.
9 plus 13, 22.
Yeah, okay. All right. Who else? May? Ziggy?
Am I still prone?
You are at the moment. Yes, you can get up if you want.
Right, so yeah, I'm gonna use half my movement to stand up. And then I'm going to bonus action disengage.
Okay.
And use the remaining 15 feet to kind of retreat back in the general Ziggy direction.
Okay.
Yeah, toward the statue. And then with my action, I am going to cast Chill Touch on that undead I just moved from. So that is a ranged spell attack, which is +8. Ugh, 10. Ugh, gross, it was a 2.
Ugh.
Yeah, after kind of like rolling out of the way and kind of scrambling backwards, you're not quite as prepared to make that attack as you thought, and it just kind of disappears into the ether there.
Yeah. That's it for old Lardal.
May, you want
Well.
to go first?
After getting pummeled and seeing Ardal run away, I'm following Ardal. So I'm going to bonus action Blade Song, and then I'm going to retreat, and I'm gonna retreat just like running, like keeping my eyes on
Are you
the
going to disengage,
suit
or
of
are you
armor.
going to provoke the opportunity attack?
I'm disengaging. I'm going to disengage. And book it. I have some extra movement with the Blade Song, 10 extra feet, so I'll get as close to Ziggy as I can.
Yeah, you can get right up next to him if you want.
Perfect.
Cool.
All right.
I will use my action to cast Heat Metal on the one to the right that Zaire and Kami are not actively fucking up.
Okay.
The old Baldur's Gate trick.
So it just automatically takes 2d8, and then every turn after this, I can use a bonus action to just make it take 2d8.
The old Iron Bull.
15. 15 fire. Fire.
Okay.
And then with my
15
bonus
fire.
action.
This one, yeah?
Which one?
This
Yeah,
one.
that
Fire!
one. Yeah. TK Fire! TK Thunder! And then I'll take my Archer Starry form and shoot it with a Bolto Radiant, which is a 19 on the die, so I'm assuming that hits.
That hits.
And then what is it again? 1d8 plus 5 Radiant. 8! Hell yeah! Fuck that bitch. 13 Radiant damage.
13.
Fuck that bitch. In which direction did I hear the skittering come from?
Both right and left.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do a good old scooch back. Yeah, right there.
Okay. That's it.
Oh yeah, I can still see everybody. Actually, let me go one space forward. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
All right.
So I'll take a guess as to what creature is skittering in.
Spiders.
That's a
Oh,
movie.
man.
Spiders.
I think what's going to happen
Spiders
is
always.
this one is going to
Spider-Man.
use its 50 feet of movement. First, it's going to take a hack at Kami before anything, though.
Rude.
Heck no.
Which is a 14 to hit.
Nah.
So
Yeah,
as
that's
it kind of
pretty good.
runs through, kind of almost
Thank
through
you,
your
Billy.
face, it's going to kind of crash into this statue.
No,
Does
thank you.
Kami get an attack of opportunity against it?
Technically, he's not out of his melee yet because he has a 10-foot melee range.
I would not take it anyways.
He said, "Fuck that opportunity attack."
Saving my reaction.
And as he kind of barrels past you and into the statue, oh god, Jesus. You watch kind of like he clips into the statue and the stone from it just kind of explodes outward. And like the whole thing just kind of like starts to like teeter where it is. And well, as he kind of enters into your space, give me a dex save.
I'm inside, right? In the little thing.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, you're hiding in there. You're not like trapped in there.
Great, perfect.
Yeah.
21.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, so he kind of comes like barreling into your space, and you just kind of like flit out of the way a little bit, and take no damage from that. He's gonna then use another attack against Ardal. This one would be at disadvantage because of your ancestral guardian thing.
Correct.
Correct. So that's a 12 to hit Ardal. Ardal's gone. He's dead. So.
Oh no.
I know that misses. But he's going to take a second attack because I don't think he notices Whirl because she's stealthy still.
Hell yeah.
That's a 13, so I'm pretty sure both of those miss.
Nuts.
And then this one is going to go this way and use.
Ardal, you were attacked, but it missed you.
Woo!
You were attacked twice. Woo.
This one's going
I
to
got you.
barrel down through here. It's going to take an attack on May as it passes.
Douche, 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 douche.
At disadvantage.
That one's at disadvantage, yep.
Thanks, Idol.
That's better, a 20.
Oh.
Oh. You know, that's just rude
disadvantage?
that I had my blade song up, and that made my AC 20. So yeah, that hits.
Did it really make it exactly 20?
Yeah.
All right.
And I try to run away because it's gonna knock me out and kill me.
That one's only 19 points of slashing damage.
Only.
Oh, golly gee.
Just what?
I thought I was like having a stroke.
It's gonna knock
I was
me
like,
out
yeah,
and kill me.
And then as it rushes over to one of the columns, it's going to take 2 swings against the column.
Oh.
Love that.
Oh. Time to go. Got a
Legolas,
blast.
bring him down.
Yeah, so as he kind of swings at this column, you see this one kind of like crack and fall, and it's not enough to kind of take the whole archway there down, but you do see that column kind of crumble beneath his swings. I will say the kind of skittering in the distance in the darkness does seem to continue. And at the end of the round, you watch as this statue just like falls, starts to kind of teeter back and forth from the damage that it took before falling backwards into the wall behind it. And you watch as kind of the stones and things seem to like crumble, and the whole statue just kind of falls apart, and the force from it seems to knock some bricks and things loose behind it. And we'll go back to you all.
And a bunch of scarabs come out because I just rewatched The Mummy.
Coming back to theaters.
Not even the Magi can save you now.
No.
God, I love that ride. That ride is so good.
That's
It's a really good
the
idea.
ride
Yeah, it is.
one of the
It is
best
good.
rides in
Yeah.
We just need to light a bunch of fire. Emote. Okay. Ay.
I know I was muted, sorry. World's going to dash very quickly away in the opposite direction, closer to where May is right now.
All right. Would you like to disengage with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gracias.
Yeah, you can get pretty much there. So that was your bonus action to disengage. You can get that far. If you want to also dash, you can keep going further away, or you can make an attack if you want. It's up to you.
Well, I might as well while I'm here. Let's see how close this guy is to me.
As a treat.
As a little treat. Oh, yeah. Wait, so I can dash plus move or just move?
You moved already.
How
You're
far can I go?
full movement, and you move back to where you are right now with May.
Okay, got it. So
You can also use your bonus action to disengage.
Uh-huh.
So then you still have an action which you can use either to attack or to continue to run with a dash.
okay.
I will say before anyone attacks, I want to get something off though. I
Go ahead.
will fire a guiding bolt at the one near the pillar.
What level?
First level.
Okay.
It's one of my I get 4 uses without using spell slots.
Oh, okay, got it.
I'm using one of those. 15 on the die. I'm assuming
That hits.
hit. And then that is 4d6 radiant.
Let's go.
6, 6, 3, 2. 12,
What was
17, 17 radiant.
Woo.
And then I will just use a bonus action to make it take 2d8 fire.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Which shit on that dice is 3 and a 2, so 5 fire damage.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right.
Also,
But then
Ziggy,
what's up?
what did your good berries? What do they give us again for healing?
1 HP. So they are for when people go down and you don't want to use a potion, you shove a good berry in their mouth and they're alive. So don't eat it unless someone's unconscious. They are not for. Those are not for eating.
Cracking a lip with a good berry. It's like in the event that they go down, they're just like automatically eating.
Like the fake tooth
The
with
cyanide
ricin.
tooth, yeah.
The cyanide, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I imagine Maeve just like there's like it's like the remnants of like a blueberry like under her mouth, like
no.
don't eat it.
Oh no.
Well, I'm about to need it.
But then I will yell, take it down, it's trying to take down the columns.
So with that, as I watch him, because I was like above this guy and he moves over to the column and I see Ziggy hits him. Zaire is going to just from like it's almost like a hawk dive because he's like so much higher up, just like swoop down and make some talent attacks against him. As
You get
he's,
advantage
like,
on the first one.
Which one are you hitting? You're hitting the one attacking the columns?
Yes.
Okay.
How's he looking?
There's some cracks in the armor.
Do I get advantage on the first?
You get advantage.
Perfect, because that was a 4. Now it's a 16 and a 25 to hit for the first one.
That hits.
and a 22 to hit for the second.
Yeah, they both hit.
Yeah. 10. Nice. That's 21 total slashing.
Ooh, all right.
Fuck that suit of armor.
Hell yeah.
And its ancestors.
I'm gonna hit him twice. On the second one, I'm going to deal use touch of death. So that's an extra 9 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
As he's like trying to stop this thing. And then as a bonus action, I'm going to hit him again.
Yeah.
Do it.
Try to hit him again. That is a 17 to hit.
That does it.
Nice. So that is a 9 more slashing. And let's have him make a con save again for a stunning strike.
How much damage was it? One more time. Sorry.
9 slashing.
And another con save. 17.
That's the save.
Okay.
17.
Ah.
This time.
I would like to point out that it's not fair that he saves, but if you get our AC, we don't save. But it's fine.
Well, if you hit his AC, you would hit.
No?
Yeah.
Oh, do I?
If you match their AC, you hit them.
Got
And
it.
if they match the spell DC, they save.
Boo. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. And so he's
wanna-
going to hit him. So he's going to hit, like, kind of swoop down and slash 3 times. And then he's going to be, and then maybe lift off again. Yeah. He's going to lift back off again and go back up about 10 feet, not as high.
Okay. Sounds good.
I would love to try shooting him with my bow now.
Go ahead.
I'm ready. Thank you to my friends for prepping. Okay. Holy shit.
Would we say that she has sneak attack on that?
He didn't see me run away.
And Zaire, like if she like fires as soon as Zaire hits or something like that.
I am pretty sneaky.
Yeah, go ahead and take sneak attack on that.
Fuck
So-
yeah.
Roll with advantage.
Yeah. Let's go.
Much better. 17 plus 9 is 26.
Woo.
Yep, that hits.
So my first one, 3 plus 5 is 8. And then if someone can count, will someone
it.
math for me? Thank you.
Yep.
Plus 1 plus 5 plus 6 plus 2 plus 2.
It's 24 points of damage.
That's it.
Oof. Yeah, so he kind of like, as Zaire kind of claws at him and hits him and kind of pushes back, as he kind of turns towards where Zaire was, he just finds an arrow coming straight through the visor that you had tried to hit.
Finally.
And kind of stumbles back a step a little bit, but stays standing.
Love it.
Who else?
When I see it stumble, I'm going to witch bolt it. I'm going to shoot at the back of its legs, like right at its knees with that witch bolt. That is at the level 3.
Okay.
And that is plus 9. That's a dirty 20.
That'll hit.
All right. Up. Okay. 21 points of damage.
Okay. Yeah. So the witch bolt kind of cracks into it, and it kind of like raises its axe to kind of swing back at Zaire in the air above him. And as it kind of like goes to swing, that kind of crackling energy seems to just like ripple through the suit, and you kind of watch pieces of it start to, the arm holding the axe kind of falls, and the rest of the body kind of falls backwards and takes out what's left of the pillar that was on the ground behind it, just kind of crumbling beneath its form as it falls down. It was already separated. This was what was left on the ground. You're good.
Okay. It's like I took down that one, like the column's gonna fall.
No, he already took that one down. This just he just fell on the floor.
Okay.
All right. Kami?
Yeah. So I'm gonna go like, well, they seem to have that under control, and I'm just gonna walk up to the one in front of me and just start making my swings.
With advantage, because Ardal is actually flanking it.
You're welcome.
24
That hits.
and 15 plus 5, so 20.
That hits as well.
And then second attack.
And there's my right.
And
Oh, sorry, the damage was 20? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was your second. My bad. Okay, yeah, it takes
20. This was a 27 to hit, so then
Mhm.
that is reroll that one. 13 plus 6, so 18 damage. And then I'm gonna move my echo right.
Yeah, you see the kind of cracks and things start to widen, and your glaive almost like sticks into the armor now as you make the strike, and then you're gonna yank it free, and the thing's looking pretty rough.
That's it.
Okay.
As he's attacking it from behind, I'm going to pull the rapier out from my cane and try to stab it
Okay.
from the front.
Go ahead and make an
You said
attack
we have
with
it
advantage.
with advantage, so if it hits, I'll get my sneak attack damage. Yeah.
America Turk.
Snark
Well,
deter.
that first one was a critical. I've been rolling 1s and 2s all night. This better be. Okay, there we go. That's a 21 to hit.
That hits.
So that is gonna have my sneak attack damage on it. So that's
Oh.
is 11 piercing damage altogether.
How would you like to do this?
I think
Let's go.
I think Kami hits it from behind in such a way that it
Yeah,
kind of
he
like drops
does.
down to its. He strikes it up behind and it drops to its knees.
Yeah, it does.
Whoa.
That it do. And then I finish it off.
On its face or what?
Yeah, I pierce it in its mouth.
Oh my
Yes,
god.
and you just finish deep inside of the suit of armor.
Whoa. It's a
not what I
Monday.
was-
Calm down.
On a Monday. No,
It's a cum day.
It falls in such a way that it like exposes me to like stab it in the face visor.
Exposes.
And
Oh
So
my God.
as it kind of leans forward after getting hit by Kami, you just kind of hit it, strike it upwards, and right through the visor, and you kind of like can feel it pierce through the skull. And as it does, it kind of like rears back and kind of like takes a step and like teeters for a minute before it kind of falls backwards into kind of again this kind of destroyed statue. And kind of like further crushes what's left of it and pushes it, and you kind of see more stones kind of topple behind it and like from the wall that it had fallen against.
And then Arnold smacks it with his dick.
Make a subtlety roll.
Oh my god.
I put the rapier back into the cane and I'm going to move back to the rest of the party.
Right.
that whole sequence of events, I gotta go. It's time for me to leave.
That's it. I'm signing off. Good night, guys.
I'm not sorry.
Wow.
All right.
Eric.
We'll say you guys are out of combat at the moment.
Yeah, that wasn't so bad. If this is it the whole time, we got this.
I could use some healing though before we move on.
May, did you learn anything from this today?
Oh, it died? The other one died?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
No.
One.
Okay, great.
No.
Great.
Well-
great.
What is Coda
just-
doing?
You don't know. She's been standing there just staring at me.
She's really creepy. Really creepy. Look at her.
He's
Her mouth
interested.
is just open.
Is she what's been skittering in the walls? Is she the monster that we need to fight? Look, oh my gosh.
Considering.
Let her outside. Okay, she's coming to you.
Time to go play in the mud, I guess.
But yeah, Whirl, I think I'm gonna take a lesson out of your book, and I'm just gonna hide next time. Like I'll just hide with you.
Maybe we'll
You just-
switch. Maybe you hide, and then I'll just jump out and do.
Or you wait for one of
distract
the
it.
big guys to get its attention, and then you go hit it.
Or we just take a bunch of lefts.
Well, we should be doing that regardless of
Oh,
the
so
fighting
yeah.
Right.
situations.
We've been going right.
I'm gonna take a potion.
Smart.
I wish I had a super potion.
As the crash from the last of the falling kind of skeletal guardians, you guys kind of hear the skittering kind of recede a little bit into the darkness around you, and it seems kind of quiet.
Too quiet.
To those friends who can see in this darkness, where do we go from here?
Left.
What do we see? How many
Sure.
exits are there from this room?
You have to investigate a bit because the light is kind of in the
Okay.
center. Actually, how long does that light last?
It is probably done. Let me look. It is 1 hour. Never mind.
Oh, okay.
I
It's not
think I have-
concentration. So yeah, it's
I have
still
dark
glowing
vision.
in the middle.
Yes.
I can
But
just
yeah, you
fly
can't
around.
really see too much. You'd have to kind of pick it up and walk around a bit. Do you want to do that first?
Yeah, we can do that. So Zaire can go and pick up the light, and then use
Is
that.
it
I have dark
to-
vision.
Make an investigation roll for me.
For me,
Can I help?
Sure. You guys can each make a separate roll.
that is a 15.
Mine is 25.
Okay. Zaire, you kind of hold the glowing rock as you kind of walk around, and you're trying to get your bearings a little bit, and you find kind of the four main exits to this room that kind of go through the various archways to either side. But as you're kind of walking through, May, you notice where the statue fell at the top of the map. It kind of fell backwards, and the wall behind it sort of kind of gave way a little bit, and a few stones kind of fell back. And there seems to be like darkness behind those stones. The light kind of like peeks through a little bit. It doesn't get far enough in to show you anything, but it looks like there's space behind that wall.
Ooh, I'm gonna walk up to it and see what's behind or what I see.
As you peer through, pretty dark as kind of the stone is a light kind of next to you. It takes your eyes a minute, and as you can kind of look through, you do notice some very, very faint, like greenish hues that seem to be glowing from behind, in what seems to be a much larger space. not larger than what you're currently in, but like it's not just like a little little hole in the wall. It seems like there's a sizable space that lies behind this, and there's these little faint glowing. You're not sure where it's originating from, but based on your knowledge, it seems to be sort of an arcane illumination. So it's not from any kind of like flame. Seems to be like maybe from some sort of glowing crystal or maybe bioluminescence even within this little area. Um, and yeah, it's kind of peeking through where a few of the stones, the bricks fell behind. You can kind of pick that out through
Okay.
there.
Hey, there's something behind here. Come here.
I'll fly over.
There's a huge room.
Did
There's something
Zaire
behind here
see?
that seems magical.
Did Zaire see anything like lit that way or that looks kind of like that in his dream? Or was it more like stuff associated with like the room you were just in?
So you don't remember the room that you're currently standing in, but as you kind of look into here, right, most of what you've seen has been part of this kind of existing tomb. It was this tomb that, based on what Ardal had mentioned, probably, again, a place of final burial for these entities that they regarded as gods. In your vision, you were flying through kind of similar hallways through this. And then as you got towards the end of it, this was more what you're seeing behind here was more of sort of the aesthetic, I guess you could say, of what you were ultimately kind of being drawn towards, it seems.
This might lead us closer to what is down here and causing all of this. In my dream, I traveled through many of these traditional old temple like rooms, but it brought me down to something more foreign, kind of darker, and I have a feeling this might be a, dare I say, shortcut or way down without having to go through maybe all of the potential traps that I'm sure lay await in the temple halls or the dungeon halls.
We're following you, Birdman.
Let's go.
Right.
It's
Legit.
not a left. Is that okay?
Yeah, man. It seems
Wait,
like
hold on. Is that yours? Zair's gonna turn and he's gonna go. Now it's a left. And then go.
yeah, it is.
All right. So you kind of push some of these bricks further that have already kind of collapsed. And you kind of push your way into the room. And with the light, you notice it's not as not that everything up to this point has been pristine, right? Because this is a very old place. It's dusty. It's crumbling. This place seems more alive, but with the stench of death, if that makes sense. There's these like bioluminescent mold that seems to be growing, and which seems to be what you had seen, May. There's bones that seem much fresher, kind of scattered through here. It's damp and almost humid in here as well. And very kind of dark and dingy, especially at the corners where the light from the rock that you brought through doesn't quite shine. But it's still illuminated enough through that little bits of glowing, whatever it might be at the corners. And it just gives it a very kind of almost lived in feel, but like something. What am I trying to say? Something like hiding around here or something like that, right? It's not like an abandoned place. I guess I'll say that.
The hell is this?
Some kind of lair, perhaps, of something unpleasant?
Was the giant statue trying to get here for some reason?
Or whatever inhabited those suits of armor aimed from here.
Mm-hmm.
As you all are kind
Smell
of
the stench of necromancy.
You kind of hear a soft kind of almost like footsteps, and you see in kind of like shadows in the very dim light, three very small shadows seem to be kind of like moving in your direction, almost like waddling through the dim the dim light in this area.
I'm
Undead
just gonna
penguin.
call out. Who goes there?
You hear a very like childlike voice kind of come
No.
back.
That.
No. No, thank you.
Just immediately turns
Uh,
around, and leaves. All right, that's it. I'm
Yeah.
out.
Bye,
The
guys.
voice-
Have a nice day, y'all.
The voice calls back to you and says, "You need to run away. The Strone sisters could be back at any moment."
Oh, what
Who?
sisters?
Who's a Mahatsa? What's a
The Sown sisters.
Sound
And as
sister?
you're
Sound sister.
approaching, they get closer, and you notice they look like three little, almost like macabre children's toys. One of them is what looks to be like a straw doll with a number of rusty pins sticking out of it.
My nightmare. This is the.
Another is a doll that seems to be made out of, like, molded from clay. And the third is what looks to be like a animated stuffed monkey that seems to be walking with like a unicycle underneath it. That's how it moves, kind of rolling on this little unicycle leg that it has. And they kind of walk up and approach you and just kind of stop a safe distance away, just kind of looking at you. Best you could tell. Only one of them has eyes.
Well, this wasn't on my dungeon bingo card.
You need to run away.
Who are the Somme sisters?
They kind of the one with that's made of straw, which seems to be the one, as best you could tell, that's talking to you. Kind of like looks around and just kind of like shakes her head.
We can help you.
And at this point, as you notice, there's a large, almost looks like a door behind them. Kind of kind of carved out of the rock. And it seems to have a large kind of recessed area in the middle, as if something's missing from it. And they just kind of stand there and stare at you.
Where are the sisters now?
They've left to hunt.
Where is their hunting ground?
We don't know. We don't leave here.
Are they beasts?
Kind of looks around. He says, "They're hags."
Oh
They're
fuck!
what?
They're what?
Hags.
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 And what are you to them?
Prisoners.
Can we rescue you?
I don't know.
Do they have weaknesses?
They must. We've never been strong enough to try.
Well,
They're building something or someone.
Where is it?
It's why they hunt. And he kind of turns and
Oh,
looks
fuck. It's a
kind of turns and looks at the big door behind that you had noticed.
flesh golem.
Where are your bodies?
Well,
Somewhere in the daylight, I think. That's the last thing I remember.
Tapped.
Why do you?
Well,
Are they like looking? You said they were looking at the door.
When you said somebody mentioned like where is it, and they turned and looked at the door.
Oh, can I like take an insight check real quick, just a vibe check on these things to see if like
Yeah, go ahead.
I shit you not, a natural 20, so 29.
Oh shit.
Ooh.
Yeah. So best you can tell from reading the body language of things that don't really have bodies.
Well, also like voice inflection and like
Yeah,
the way they speak.
the voice is definitely that of a child. That has somehow, according to them, been captured. Whether their bodies were killed or not, you can't quite tell based on what they're saying. But they seem frightened, and they seem to be, at the very least, being truthful. Though they do seem to be urging you all to leave.
Do you
Should we-
know where Acererak is?
The straw doll kind of starts to speak for a moment before the clay one kind of like grabs them. And you watch as he kind of molds a mouth for himself where there wasn't one. And he says, we don't know anything about him, them, it.
You're truly just prisoners.
no, but they know.
I know.
They clearly know.
Ziggy, from that you get the vibe that they're the clay one seems to be trying to hide something.
It's okay, dude. Like, I mean, we're here to get rid of all the bad things. So, like, help us, please? And not lie anymore?
Will you get us out of here?
We'll do our best.
I want to see the daylight again.
We can do that.
So do I.
There's a key to the door.
Where's the key?
He kind of points. And obviously the way you came in was not an entrance. But you see more of like a hallway, another tunnel that leads off of this space. He points in that direction. And he says, you have to use the sphere. It'll show you the one that carries the key.
And what does this have to do with Acererak?
He kind of looks back at the door. He says, I don't know. But it's back there.
All right. Well, you guys, how about you guys run through this wall and go hide? We'll be back to, like, we need to find and kill Acererak. But, like, you guys try and get out of here.
The straw one kind of nods, and the straw doll and the monkey, which hasn't really said much so far, they both kind of grab a hand of the clay doll and kind of lead it away, and they kind of scramble away into the darkness somewhere to hide.
Not like here, dude. Like through the wall, like away from here.
They'll know. If they come back, they'll know. We have to stay here.
Okay.
They'll see the opening in the wall that we just made.
Well,
Like I know you're scared, but if you follow this yarn,
No, Maeve. We can't send them by themselves.
Just angled around the dead body of the thing that you caught.
this will lead you to the daylight. We'll meet you out
Me.
there.
Me. Do you think they can convince a bunch of flaming fists not to kill them?
No.
We'll stay here. If the sisters come back, they'll know.
How are they gonna
Okay.
know? They're gonna know.
How would they
They're
know?
gonna know.
They're not gonna know.
They're gonna know.
How would they know?
And you didn't see us, right? You didn't let us in. You didn't talk to us. You knew nothing.
They know about the people upstairs. We'll tell them that was what did the wall.
You're technically not wrong.
Oh,
All right,
We'll tell them they didn't make it.
let's go figure out the
Gutrum's in a
sphere
world
thing.
of trouble. Okay.
I guess we're making a right.
Okay.
Right. So, you guys are following that tunnel?
Mhm.
Oh.
Secret tunnel. Secret
Um,
tunnel. Through the mountain.
Do you have a map for us?
Secret, secret,
Not
secret,
long.
secret
Not okay.
tunnel.
Yes.
So, you all head through that tunnel and carrying still the light that Zaire has with him. Following it, the light inside of him is bright.
Oh.
You once again emerge into a much larger, much more developed, I'll say, space. This seems like, again, part of the old tomb. And as you kind of walk in, you see the light seems to catch something in the center of this kind of columned space. Something shiny in the middle, like, kind of reflects off of it. And as you get closer, you notice it seems to be a large sort of
Alchemy jug.
sphere. It seems to have a number of sort of like gyroscopic parts to it, sort of large kind of metal circles that kind of go around the outside that seem like they would twist in kind of strange patterns. And the sphere in the middle kind of sits open with a space about a 5 by 5, maybe a little bit bigger space on the inside.
Well, I think we found our sphere.
Yeah.
Looks like it.
Magic person, do magic things. Yeah, you, bro.
Hey, me?
No
Ardo?
pressure.
Me? Me. Okay.
We're just the two of us are just pointing at each other.
Me?
me,
Who?
me, or you.
What did the children tell us to do with this sphere?
Use it. I don't know.
They said
Use it? Use it. Okay, I'm gonna assess the situation.
Okay, you're gonna
Do
approach
I
the
have
sphere?
any idea what? Yeah, I'm approaching the sphere. Yes.
Is it Ziggy? Are the vibes off here? Are they on?
I can't insight a room,
Approaching the
unfortunately.
Ugh.
Does this room want to cause me harm?
Can you vibe from the
Feng shui,
sphere?
like, in
Yeah. I'm going to identify the sphere as ritual. As a ritual, which will take 11 minutes.
Okay.
But I can touch it throughout the casting of the spell. Yes.
Do you not want to touch it?
Touch it.
Can I
Do
pet
it.
that sphere?
No, wait.
I'll
Can I
We
pet
just
that
had a we just had a conversation about this.
Can I
Aren't
pet
you
that
supposed to be the one
sphere?
hiding?
I'm gonna not touch me.
Do I have any sense of what this sphere is before I go and touch it?
So as you approach it, you get about 5 feet of it, within 5 feet of it, and you notice the whole thing just kind of starts to shift. Those sort of rings around the outside kind of pull back, and it turns in your direction. That space on the inside reveals, and as it opens up, you see kind of a chair, a bronze padded chair seated within the inside, with a number of levers in it that kind of I'm not really sure what they do, but there's a number of levers kind of around the chair. You also notice there seems to be some sort of pattern to the rings and things as you get closer. but you can't quite make out what it is just by looking at it.
Yeah, this. I have a feeling that if I touch this, I'm going to go inside the orb. Sort of the sense that I'm getting right now. So, okay. I think I'm gonna touch it. I think there's a puzzle inside, and I think that's what they meant by use the orb.
You love puzzles.
I love puzzles. It's gonna be fine. Nothing has gone wrong for me yet today.
While she's like looking at this, are there any other like entrances to this room? Like, is there anything else in this room where like people might surprise us?
You want to do a quick kind of once around of it?
I would like to. Yes, as she's like approaching this sphere.
Okay. Make an investigation check as you walk through.
That is a 18.
Okay. Yes, so I'm going to show you what it looks like here. Hang on.
Yeah.
So this is kind of the space. At the top left and top right, it seems like the more traditional entrances to this space. And then kind of this way is what seems to have been created by perhaps the hags, you're not sure, to kind of create their lair through that direction. But there are entrances this way something could potentially come through.
Okay. He's just gonna keep his eye on things as like Maeve is touching this random object.
Okay. Are you approaching it, May?
Yeah, there's a first time for everything. I think I'm gonna get pulled in. It's fine. I'm just mentally preparing myself. Okay. I'm gonna carefully approach and
Okay.
touch it.
Nothing seems to pull you in. The padded
No.
chair is seated there with the levers and things. You kind of just reach
In
your
the
hand
orb.
in.
Oh, okay. Does my hand go in the orb?
I mean, it's like a metallic sphere that is opened up to reveal a space on the inside. So there's nothing in between you and like the chair. It just says opened up.
Oh. Okay. Okay. Well, I think we have to pull some levers. That's not hard to figure out. It's just, I think the order that we pull.
I'll do it.
How are we supposed to know that?
Someone's got to sit in the chair.
Someone has to sit in the chair.
I'll do it.
Kami, Ziggy, okay.
I got it.
Ziggy, are you sure?
I got it.
Listen, Ziggy can sit in the
What
chair. I'll
about-
stand right next to him and yank him out of there if it gets messy.
Okay.
I
like
plop down. Walk right up to it, and I sit in the chair.
All right.
How many
As you
levers
sit in
are
the
there?
chair, it quickly snaps shut and spins. And you find kind of like instinctually you grab down to kind of like brace yourself, and you hit one of the levers. And as you do, the chair and the sphere inside moves.
Whoa!
You find yourself kind of seeing through it a bit. And in a moment, as you're just kind of like gathering your surroundings, you're kind of like almost marveling at this a little bit. It's a pretty fascinating machine. And there's a moment of recognition to a degree. You don't know exactly what it's about, but the structure of it seems to kind of remind you of some of the things from the academy, the university that you guys had been in previously. This seems to be something focused on starlight or sort of celestial bodies, perhaps. There's kind of like that shape to it. And as you're kind of looking around at that, you hear a and Ziggy, you can see kind of rising from this kind of like central sarcophagus thing in the middle on the elevated platform. You see a huge, what looks like giant skeleton dragging a greatsword up with it. With sort of the remains of like red, fiery hair kind of streaming down from its skull. And in the sphere, you kind of pivot around and you can see it there in front of you. But the rest of you have no sight of this thing here.
Big ol' skeleton thing. Can you guys hear me? Big ol' skeleton thing.
Can hear him.
Can we
yes.
hear him?
I'm sorry, what now?
What?
Up the stairs. You guys don't see that?
Nope, I don't see a
No.
thing.
No. Do we hear anything?
You kind of felt the rumble of something activating when he got in the sphere, but you don't currently see or hear anything.
Just hit another lever. Just hit another one.
I just start doing random shit.
The sphere just kind of just starts like spinning around.
Whoa!
And, like, up and down.
No, the levers are just for movement. Levers are just for movement. Okay. I'm gonna wait. So like, they can physically see where the thing is, but they can't see it. Is that like the?
Correct.
Okay. So, is it moving or is it just standing there?
It's kind of like dragging itself up and like animating itself a little bit before it kind of like raises its great sword and just like looks in the direction of the party.
Okay. How about this? I'm gonna guiding bolt it.
As you guiding bolt, you feel the energy ricochet off the inside of the
Ah,
sphere.
fuck!
It's a bouncing.
And as you notice, as it kind of bounces around, it kind of like dissipates into the sphere itself.
Fuck!
But I think we'll probably pick up with this fight next time.
This is wild.
All right.
Go, Skelly.
Maybe you can try to come up with some sort of plan for it. I'll leave that up to you all.
I'm gonna have
But
to be your
one
eyes
person-
and just be like, attack there!
One person can
Yeah. Ooh.
But I cannot attack it.
That's cool.
He's like
Thanks everyone for watching. Oh, we're going to hopefully be back on Sunday.
Yeah.
But we'll keep you
Hopefully.
posted.
see. And go UConn.
Go UConn.
Go UConn.